Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike, and we're back out at the range in this episode of The Weekender, and what we're firing is the F2000. If you're not familiar, it's actually the semi-automatic civilian version of the F2000, which is a military-grade rifle. You've probably seen it, though, in games and movies. You've probably seen it in, I think, Modern Warfare 2, Battlefield 4, but it is military-grade, meaning there are people out there, governments, that have issued this to their military. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of this bullpup rifle. So it shoots the 5.56 by 45 millimeter NATO round with a muzzle velocity of 2,953 feet per second. It's pretty much completely enclosed off from the environment. So the back port here is actually used to take a look at the inside of the rifle in case there's any sort of jams. So you can kind of, get spent casings out or whatever and, get back to firing. It's pretty unconventional in that aspect. Guys that are used to probably the AK-47, M4, AR-15, whatever, they're used to having a little more access to the inside of the rifle. But all of this sealed off kind of mentality is in the hopes and the dreams of making this weapon really weatherproof, so that dust, dirt, water, moisture, stuff like that has a really hard time entering the rifle. And it is military grade. We didn't experience any sort of jam, so that port wasn't really accessed at all by us. But with this bullpup design, polymer, plastic, essentially it's ambidextrous, so you could fire it right-handed, left-handed. The spent casings are actually funneled to the front end of the weapon, so if you are firing left-handed, whether you're left-handed or not, maybe around a corner, you're not being, pelted in the face with hot, casings. So that's a real plus side if you're a left-handed shooter, or, if you're using it in a military operation. The one that we used had the front stock, or the front little grip. It's kind of rubberized. I thought it was nice. I didn't know how much I would like it in the beginning, but it definitely felt grippy. They do offer a foregrip type of attachment. It pretty much replaces that front, rubberized grip. And I think with the foregrip, it definitely would feel and kind of fit more with my view of the weapon as kind of like a zombie apocalypse type weapon. It is bullpup, so it is short, meaning that you can kind of clear buildings and stuff like that. You're not necessarily that nervous about getting in a really close engagement with this weapon, but you're also not compromised at long ranges because it is firing the 5.56 round, so it's really accurate out to, I won't tell you how far it is, but far enough. I mean, you don't want to be running around with a 3-foot long rifle. So this is the EOTech sight that was on top of the Pickaninny rails on the top, and as you can see, wherever your head moves, the red dot kind of stays in the center. It's pointing exactly where the bullet is intended to go, meaning that you actually fire this with both eyes opened. Your peripheral vision isn't compromised because of this. And so, iron sights, you have to, close one eye, kind of squint, and, guys running around in your peripheral vision, or enemies, zombies, whatever you're shooting at, they kind of have an upper hand in that aspect. So with this sight, you can definitely kind of target and feel more comfortable, kind of tagging people at longer ranges. So this is kind of intended to show you exactly how the spent casings work. So you see there, we fired a couple shots before any casings actually came out, and it wasn't until a freshly spent case actually was able to push the other casings out. Some guys might not like this. We didn't have a problem, and I've seen videos on YouTube where people were actually firing this weapon nearly straight up in the air, full of empty shells, and it was able to kick them all out. So no issues on that front, but it was definitely a cool weapon to fire. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to like it. I thought that, the Vector would be more fun, or the Scar was cooler, but it turns out that this rifle is kind of the best of both worlds, and it makes total sense now why people go for the 5.56 and why bullpup is being adopted so often in military operations. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That way I know you're enjoying stuff like this. I'll do more of it, and be sure to leave me a comment in the comments down below, what you thought about the video, weapon that you want to fire. Anyways, guys, check out the 2 videos on screen. One's me firing the Vector, the other one's me firing the Scar 17S. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.